Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Mark Saint. And today, I'm flying out of San Francisco airport and flying into my new life. That's right, I'm here at the San Francisco airport doing my live as that sun rises. And I wanted to have a conversation with all the people that felt lost. I talk about mental health all the time. I was lost just a second ago, but the truth set me free. And I wanted to have that conversation today because it's not easy to hear the truth. It wasn't easy for me to learn about myself, and it wasn't easy to get the message. But once I got the message, like I'm sending the message out every morning to reach, preach, and teach to people, it changed my life. So if you're getting anything out of this message, that means you like, share, and subscribe to having a better life and having a better mind. And somebody cue the intro. Okay. That being said, this is Saint's Addiction. I'm addicted to my life. I love my life. I wasn't loving my life yesterday. I was having a tough time. I'm not going to lie to the world. I lost a child to an unplanned, not pregnancy, but an abortion. I married, or was about to marry a psycho, or have a baby with a psycho, murdered my child. And nobody talks about that. Maybe I should have changed the title to "The Truth Will Set You Free" to men's rights or men's rights to abortions. But no, for a long time, we always just said it's the woman's rights, it's her body, but men are involved too. And I've been going through a lot of situations where I'm depressed, crying uncontrollably, wondering what happened to my life till I realized this was not the individual for me. The reason I was being so abusive is because she was being abusive towards me. And I wasn't quite sure if she was going to be abusive towards my child. That scares me, right? It scared me enough to freak out. And it's also scared me enough to get some help. Like, I don't want to be around an abuser. I don't want to be an abuser. And I don't want to be abused or abuse someone else. So when I was learning about my anger addiction, it also taught me more about the other person, right? Like, all of a sudden, I learned more about myself. And that's something that we all have to have a conversation with, is ourselves. I talk about it all the time, but the truth is the truth will set you free. And if you live a lie, and it gets worse, almost like the addiction of like, oh no, it's not me, it's you. No, I have no problem admitting it's me, but you're playing the victim. No, dude, I'm trying to tell you that I'm the guilty party in this. I was guilty because I knew this person was emotionally imbalanced, right? I knew that I wanted to know all their history about their mental health, but I started having a baby with someone I didn't know their history of their mental health. And that's not always a good start. Unplanned parenting, not always a good start. Abortions, not always a good finish. And that was something that shocked me to my core. I couldn't believe we killed a child. She murdered a baby. And the only reason I'm still able to explain this is because she wasn't the right woman for me. I argued all the way through the pregnancy. She drank coffee, didn't take her prenatal vitamins, kept threatening me with abortion. She went through with it. Most men don't have the balls to talk about this, but I've been watching a lot of videos and learning about it, bro. It needs to be said because it's so real. It's so raw for all of us to try to create life and to delete life and kill life and take life. We're supposed to protect life. We're supposed to be life protectors with light inside of us to give light to other people. For those that don't live in the light, they're going to always live in anger, right? And that was starting to come through me. You're not going to find your life in harmony. You're going to find distress and depression. And that's something that I didn't want anybody to experience. I didn't want anybody to experience the heroin addiction to anger, where you just start blaming everyone. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm taking accountability for myself. I'm just like, wow, man, you slept with the wrong woman. And the only reason I was trying to be with her is to have this baby. And that's not a good solution. Like, I have love for her. I still love her. I'm fucking crazy in love with her because I must be crazy to love someone crazy. I must be crazy to love a murderer. I must be crazy to love somebody that would hurt me. And that's when it clicked on me that this is the abuse cycle that I was a part of. When my father would hit me or hit my mom, or I didn't hit anybody, but, being verbally abusive and launching these ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles at each other, full of nuclear warheads, just constantly trying to tear each other down. It's not the vibe. And I'm grateful that I didn't raise a child through that vibe. Would I wish this child was still alive? Hell fucking yes. I should have had a right. I should have had 3-day notice, something that I was too late, but I could have talked her out of there, calmed her down or something. But no, they gave a gun to a crazy person. And I'm like, this is crazy to me. We need to talk about abortion because everybody has this rights to their own body. I'm 100% on it. But you unified with somebody, and now you're a two-person vote. Now the construction's going on while I'm trying to talk. This is how it works. Our lives are teaching us lessons at all the times, and it's up to us to listen to it. And for those that aren't listening, we're going to get the message the hard way. Like this kind of fucking construction going on right now. I literally started the show, and none of that was going on. But the old me used to be pissed, right? I used to be incensed. Like, they don't know that they're causing commotion during my live. They don't give a fuck. Neither does Frontier. Frontier didn't even care that I just lost a baby yesterday. By the way, I was here a week ago trying to fly out. They booked my ticket and then fucked it all up. Can I tell you that they grabbed my ticket, gave me a confirmation number, Super Frontier here, and didn't give me my ticket because I didn't put in the wrong zip code. And I was like, do you really want me to tell all my subscribers in the world that you didn't do that? That you don't have a heart to give me the money that I paid for my trip now because I was at the hospital losing my child, that you won't give me my credit for less than that? Like, I'm trying to buy a $50 ticket. I already spent $75. They finally relented and saw that they weren't being human. But this is what I had to go through. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings with abortion. People are going to be brokenhearted, detached, depressed. There's so much going on that we don't know about. And once I did the research, you know what I really found out? Over 50% of pregnancies aren't planned. And almost over 50% of those unplanned ones don't never even fucking go through with it. There's such an easy out for someone to just be like, I'm mad, I'm going to delete a life. And it hit me. I was like, no, that's not right. That's just not right. It's just not right. And when we do that, we take an easy way out, and like I could just walk away from the chick and never learn a lesson. No, I needed to learn a lesson about my temper and letting people trigger my temper, or being with somebody that had a temper was a bad decision. It was a war decision, and I didn't want to raise a child in war, especially with somebody that was already in war in their mind. And that's why I do this show. I didn't want people to mistrust their own minds. I wanted them to find clarity. That was the whole thing. That's why I'm even sober enough and straight enough to have this conversation without bawling like I woke up this morning. Bawling, crying, a grown-ass man. I was in shatters, gutted, until I realized this woman wasn't the right woman for me. The woman for me would love me and love the life that I give her and not try to fucking take it or hurt me. And that was something I just realized. There's people out there that try to hurt people. Hurt people like to hurt people, and it's sad. It's sad that there's people out there like that. It's sad that there's people that want to delete life instead of communicate or give that life over to somebody else. You know, you slept with the person. I mean, it might be a tough price to pay on your body and hospital bills, but I'm sure there's a family out there that really wants a child, would pay you handsomely for it. I know people that have gotten married for the money they can get from a green card. Why can't you have a baby and make money off of somebody else and give them happiness? But that's what people that aren't happy do. They steal happy away from other people. And that's not something I'm about. I'm not about killing light. I'm about showing the light and living in the light and living in the truth. And that's why I'm going on a retreat. I think it's called Be Yourself. I got invited. I'm grateful. It was one of those moments. I looked at my phone. I'm like, I got no one to talk to, right? Like, I had no one to fucking talk to. Why do I have all these friends on social media? No one to talk to. Boom, my homie Doug hit me up. I talked about it yesterday. Pop it up here. But that's what happened. So I could feel it in my soul, you know, that I made a better decision. But it's not a decision that I wanted to make. I could have made this decision and learned from my anger without losing the life of my child. And something that needs to be said. So for all the men that are recovering from abortion, a lot of people that won't talk about it, I'll be open about it as much as possible. It's a little too easy now, you know, it's a little too easy. There's no waiting period. Like if you're by a gun and you're like feeling like you want to murder some people and just go grab a shotgun, they won't let you. You have to go take a background test and wait it out. We should be waiting it out on abortion. We should be giving it some time. And instead of living in fear, living in hate, and living in anger, we can live in the light, we can live with life, and we can live a better life. So for someone that lost a child yesterday, this is on my heart from the start. I'm always going to remember this child. I named this kid. I felt him kick. Today's a sad day, and I'm reaching out to anybody that's going through it too. Peace and love to you and anybody that's going through it. Everything has a reason. Live in the light. I'll see you on the other side of truth. Peace.